Ladies and gentlemen, Rich O'Toole. Very nice. I want to welcome Rich to the show. We got a couple of our Gillies girls to bring him up. Megan and Haley. Thank you, Megan and Haley. We appreciate it. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. Good job. And of course, we couldn't say it if it wasn't for our wonderful friends at Coors Light. I want to thank Coors Light for helping to sponsor the show. And Rich is here, and man, I can't wait to do this. I got a chance to see Rich several years ago. TRR, the very first one, and yeah, and you did a show after the awards show, and had heard Rich just a little bit, had heard a couple of songs, and didn't really know a whole lot about Rich, and then
thanks, Barry.
And then Rich did the show, and after he did the show, I was like, holy cow, I got to get more of this guy, and so now I've like to follow Rich a lot. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program, man.
It's good to be here. What's going on?
Man, for the next hour and a half, we're gonna grill you. Are you ready to go?
That's fine with me.
I'm gonna take
this
you back.
Is life. I get grilled every day.
I'm gonna take you back to Houston, where you were born.
H-Town, baby.
Are you ready? We're gonna go back there just a little bit.
Let's do it.
All right. First off, though, y'all came to see Rich, so if you're ready, we're going to let Rich sing a song. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. Here live at Gillings on Continuous Country K95.5, it's Rich O'Toole.
How you doing, Durano? It's awesome to be here. This is the first song I ever had played on the radio. This is called Queen of the Misfits. You never fit in school, but I don't seem to care. From your ratty tennis shoes up to your uncombed hair, you got an attitude that matches your unmatching dress. And my eyes are all over those, Paris, Texas girls, I must confess. Well, hey, girl, you're the queen of the misfits, and you live in your own world, and you lie to yourself. Well, hey, girl, you're the queen of the misfits, and you live in your own world, but those Oklahoma girls got it going on. Let's hear some noise out there. Come on, make some noise, Duran. Come on. You know you think you look pretty good. Oh, when you go out at night, you keep giving me those eyes, girl, and I know you just might sweep you off your feet and show you around. 'Cause I know there's never been two guys like Will and Barry to take you on the town. Come on. Well, hey, girl, you're the queen of the misfits, and you live in your own world, and you lie to yourself. Well, hey, girl, you're the queen of the misfits, and you live in your own world. Oh, but girl, you got it going on now. Hey, girl, you're the queen of the misfits, and you live in your own world. Oh, and you lie to yourself. Well, hey, girl, you're the queen of the misfits.
Mr. Rich O'Toole. Now, Rich, we already covered that you were a Houston boy. I covered that. You don't live there now. We'll cover that coming up here in just a little bit. But I understand, and this is I was talking to you a little bit later. You got a birthday coming up,
August 6th.
10 days away.
Whew. Me and Josh Abbott are playing a show together on my birthday in L.A. at the Troubadour in West Hollywood.
On your birthday?
On my birthday.
Awesome.
So August 7th, If you go to Wikipedia, it will read no longer exist, I think is what's going to happen.
Now, I want to go back to your childhood a little bit because I understand you and I have something in common. I understand you were a skateboarder as a kid, too.
I loved skateboarding, yeah. You know, with every good mom, my mom has talked me out of stop riding skateboards. She's talked me out of stop riding motorcycles. She's talked me out of so much. And my mom's only kid, so I had to say yes to it. You know, if I had 3 more brothers, I was like, well, if I die, you got 3 other ones. That's cool. You know, you're fine.
All right.
So she always talked me out of the fun, cool stuff, man.
So when was the last time you stepped on a skateboard? Because I remember my last time.
About 2 months ago in L.A., and I almost broke my arm, and I gave it away to some kid on the street, and I was like, you know what? This could hurt your career, so you should give it away, and I did.
I did the same thing. About 37 years old, I guess. I said, hey, I can do this. Rode for a little while. That first time I went down, I said, okay, I'm done. I haven't been on one since.
My friend Jenny, she bought a big longboard, and I bought a longboard, and we're going to go longboarding, but I think we're going to do it like with helmets and pads.
That's a good idea. Now, you're also a Texas A&M grad as well.
Yeah, gig 'em out. You got any Aggies out here?
Any Aggies? Quiet.
Ooh,
One.
right.
Miss Mary. She is. Yeah. We've got one. Well, let's talk a little bit about the career. You did a great job. Your very first one came 2007.
Yep.
The album was 17.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Were you scared, apprehensive a little bit going into putting yourself out there? Because that's what an artist does. You put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And you had to do that. What were your feelings on that first album?
You know, my feelings with my first record was, and I look back at it now, I was brave enough and dumb enough to put out a record when I wasn't that good. And I did it. And I told myself I was good. And it's like any other great artist. I listen to it now. I was like, oh, the songs were all right. My singing was all right. It was just all right. And I continued to grow and get better. And, you know, and it's almost a blessing that the fact that, you know, I was brave enough to do that, you know, and not get a real job and fight this deal. And like with anything in art, you're an artist, so you have to go out there and make that happen. And that's the hardest thing to do in the world. And I look back now and going, yeah, Rich, you were brave.
Now, but you enjoyed the process of putting out that first one.
I did. There was
and
a
you
lot of heartache.
You learned a lot.
I learned so much. You know, I turned 31 in 10 days, which you just reminded me of. Thanks, Barry.
You're welcome.
And oh, man, my 20s were such a learning experience. I mean, dear God, the ups and downs and the just melting down on Twitter and girlfriends, and you know, you just learn life, and you finally figure it out. I think in your 30s, you finally figure out, like, okay, I'm not bulletproof. Let's figure this out. Let's make this work. You know.
Same way. I learned more from 25 to 30 than I think my first 25 years.
I think so too, right?
Yeah. Well, let's go back to 17, if you will. Would you pull a couple of favorites off of that, and would you do them for us?
Yes, I will. I'm going to play a song that I still really love to play. It's called Texas Blues. It talks about Stevie Ray Vaughan and Townes Van Zandt. And it talks about when you're really down in the dumps. It's kind of my version of like Sunday Morning Coming Down by Johnny Cash and Chris Christopherson. It's about when you're really down and you're blue, you know, turning on some Townes Van Zandt and Stevie Ray Vaughan and, you know, playing those old blues tunes. So I'll play it for you. Here
cool, very cool. Rich O'Toole, give him a big round of applause.
Well, every day I wake up, it's the same old routine. I put on my old faded pair of jeans. I go downtown to hear the news. I want to hear some low down Texas blues. And Stevie Ray in the morning and Townes Van Zandt in the afternoon. Why am I lonely, slow down and blue? Well, nothing ever really feels the same. You know, I got my brain, you know, it keeps me in pain. Just when I win, you know, sometimes I'll surely start to lose. I gotta hear some low down Texas blues. It's Stevie Ray in the morning and Towns Van Zandt in the afternoon. Why am I lonely, slow down and blue? Stevie Ray in the morning and Towns Van Zandt in the afternoon. Why am I lonely, so low down and blue? Stevie Ray in the morning and Towns Van Zandt in the afternoon. Oh, yeah, yeah, well, why am I lonely, so low down and blue? Well, tell me, why am I lonely? I'm so low down. Oh, you know, I'm so low down. Ooh, down low. There you go. That was the fifth song I ever wrote. I wrote that in College Station, Texas, in my dorm room after I went to my favorite restaurant. They were closed. That's how songwriters. That's how we write. Songwriters. We're too broke to afford therapists, so we have to write music. That's how we get it all out. You know. I'll play you some more too. This one's off 17 as well. I wrote this in a Mexican food restaurant when I was 19 years old. A place called Coco Loco, which stands for the crazy coconut in Spanish. And they had the spiciest green sauce there. And so I had this joke going where like two dips of this green sauce and your mouth is on fire, man. And we had this deal where we'd take girls out on dates, and if we didn't like the first date, we would take them to Coco Loco on the second date and a revenge. And we'd just tell them the green sauce is really good. And man, the 4-chip in their mouth was on fire. They're drinking water, like they're sweating, you know. And so it was kind of our revenge date. We'd go to this place, and they had a poster on the wall that said, Pancho Villa's looking for a few good gringos. And I wrote this song. It's called Pancho Villa here. Meet me in Juarez is what he told the gringos, where I can give you all tequila and more. It's gonna be tough out there, but the devil himself wouldn't make it. But if you ride with me, we'll pay you for sure. Pancho Villa's looking for a few good gringos so he can win his Revolutionary War. Pancho Villa's looking for a few good gringos so his land can be free once more. It's gonna be tough out there, but you know, Rich, I think that you can make it. Oh, we got good whiskey, and I think you'll be alright. But don't you ever feel that you will be forsaken, 'cause the Mexican army, oh, we ride tonight, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Pancho Villa's looking for a few good gringos so he can win his Revolutionary War. Well, Pancho Villa's looking for a feel-good gringo. Well, so his land can be free once more. Pancho Villa's looking for a few good gringos so he can win his revolutionary war. Yeah, Pancho Villa, you know he's looking for a few good gringos so his land can be well free once more. Pancho Villa's looking for a few good gringos so he can win his revolutionary war. Well, you know, Pancho Villa's looking for a few good gringos so his land can be free once more.
Rich O'Toole, very nice, very nice. You're listening to Gillies Live. We are here at Choctaw Casino and Resort in Durant. Listen to it live here on Continuous Country, K95.5. I want to thank our wonderful sponsor, the fine folks, of course, at Coors Light. A big thank you to them. And thank you to Choctaw Casino for putting this on and helping us put this on. And for everybody that came out here today, thank you very much. And of course, don't forget, you can look us up on Facebook, look us up on Twitter. You can ask a question of Rich O'Toole. Rich's going to answer a few of mine, but he'll answer some of yours. And if you guys got a question here, let me know if you want to talk to Rich O'Toole and ask him a question. I'm gonna move to the next album in a minute or two.
Yes, sir.
Was a great album. Was your second one that you got a chance to do? Now you learned a lot from doing the first one, so you learned some new things that you wanted to do for in a minute or two. What were some of the things that you learned going into that second album?
I think heartbreak. Anytime that you graduate from college, you're on your own. The months where you can't afford to pay rent, the months where you can't afford your car payment, the months where you break up with a girl, all that comes together and makes a record, and it's real life. And In a Minute or Two was my first album that was strictly about life. It was 100% about life. It was, why can't I fall in love? In a minute or two, I'll come back to you. I couldn't pay rent. I couldn't keep the band on the road. I was almost, facing bankruptcy at some point, and I wrote. But to me, the production doesn't do it as much justice. It came out too much of a rock record for where I was at, but it was the best songwriting I've done, and I was in the worst place, and I liked it. I really did, and it made for such a great record.
Now, what were some of your favorite places to write? Was it when you were on the road trying to keep things together? Was it at home trying to think of what was going on at that time?
It was more. I always gave myself time to sleep on it, and some of the best songs I've written very angry in the morning. It was more like Hemingway. Hemingway would say, he said, I'll write drunk, but I edit sober. And so I never really got into that, but I would write angry and then edit not angry. So I'd write very angry and passionate, and the next day I'd clean up the mess that made the mess.
Interesting way to do it. Now, there are some awesome songs that are on this album. Would you play a couple for us?
I will. I'll start off with the title track. This is In a Minute or Two, a song about begging my girlfriend not to move to Dallas from College Station. We broke up, and it was the best thing that could have happened, but it's called In a Minute or Two.
All right, here you go, Rich O'Toole.
You told me to come to Dallas, it'll be okay this time, but I know that you would like it. Won't you sit back and tell me things that I know you need me to hear? Little girl, I loved you so much, But baby, look at you sinning. 'Cause in a minute or two, I'll come back to you. I've been gone too long. You've been singing that same old song. 'Cause in a minute or two, I'll come back to you. I've been gone too long. You've been singing that same old song. It's just like you to say my name. It's just like me to pass the blame on those lonely nights. Girl, I ain't dumb, I know you ain't alone. That's why I don't mind if you read every line of every letter I refuse to send. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. I ain't alone again, I ain't alone again. And guess what, girl, you know I can lie to you. 'Cause in a minute or two, I'll come back to you. I've been gone too long. You've been singing that same old song. 'Cause in a minute or two, I'll come back to you. I've been gone too long. You've been singing that same old song. It's just so hard to be around, girl, to pick you up off the floor. And I don't mind if I never want to see you like this anymore. You reach for something that you don't need. You know it's just to get you by. You look at the clock, you stare at the time, the seconds go by, hours fly, I won't say goodbye now. 'Cause in a minute or two, I'll come back to you. I've been gone too long. You've been singing that same old song. 'Cause in a minute or two, I'll come back to you. I've been gone too long. You've been singing that same old song. 'Cause in a minute or two, I'll come back to you. I've been gone too long. You've been singing that same old song. Oh, well, thank you so much. You want to play another song off that record? Yeah, cool, man. You know, I haven't played this one live in a long time. I think it's overdue. So this is actually a big single for us. There's times where, and we don't talk about it very a lot. And I know Will Payne's back there. Well, you're not on the mic, and people live can hear you too. And so it's fun to talk about. You and Will and Barry, and
it's always nice to be behind the camera.
That's right.
While you're talking.
So if we have a song out on the radio right now called "Too Good to Call," and "Too Good to Call" I think is at number 15 on the TRRR and 19 on the Text Message chart. And I'm only 30 years old, and someone brought it to my attention. They said if "Too Good to Call" goes in the top 10, you're the first 30-year-old ever to have 14 top 10s.
Wow. And we do appreciate you writing this song about Will and Barry.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
So I was like, man, I've been doing this for a while. This is crazy because I'm really young. And so we've been doing the radio game for a long time. And this was a big single for us. And it made me think that we've had so many songs at radio, and y'all played so many of my songs that you neglect some songs. You really do sometimes. And this song's called "Romance Rodeo." I haven't played this song in a year and a half, so if I miss a couple of lyrics, bear with me. Well, I know you've been hurting. Our love Sure been searching, I really think you understand. I wanna be your man. Yeah, but you say that you really want me, but I know that you only flaunt me. I think I'm on your mind. Baby, give it time. I'm talking to you, baby. Well, baby, why don't you tell me? You tell me, baby, 'cause I really think you ought to know. I just gotta let you go home. Yeah, so baby, well, baby, why don't you tell me? You tell me, baby, 'cause I really think you ought to know that I can't ride in this romance rodeo. I think that we need a little time now, and they'll talk, girl, because you're from a small town. I know what they'll say. Everything's not okay, and I think we might need something. You, girl, I know you're up to nothing, and won't you cross my mind? Baby, give it time. You know I'm talking to you, baby. Well, baby, why don't you tell me? You tell me, baby, 'cause I really think you ought to know. I just gotta let you go. Yes, baby. Oh, baby, why don't you tell me? Oh, you tell me, baby, 'cause I really think you ought to know that I can't ride in this romance rodeo. If you needed me, I think you could have got me around. Come on, little mama in the black and white stripes on this one. We're gonna get down. Come on, girl. There's two kids with their mom over there, man. These guys are awesome. I met them before the show. This is for you. Are you ready? I'm talking to you, baby. Well, baby, why don't you tell me? You tell me, baby, 'cause I really think you ought to know. I just gotta let you go. I'm talking to you, baby. Baby, why don't you tell me? Oh, you tell me, baby, 'cause I really think you ought to know that I can't ride in this romance rodeo. Well, and that's how you know we're live on the radio, when I can stop in the middle of a song and holler at somebody like that. There you go.
All right, you are listening to Live at Gilley's here on Continuous Country K95.5. We are here at Choctaw Casino and Resort in Durant, Oklahoma. We're with Rich O'Toole. And Rich, I got a lady, actually a couple ladies, that saw you last night.
They did.
And they are back here today.
They were really great.
How about this?
You.
What's your name?
Megan?
And Megan has a question for you.
Meg, what's up?
Who's been some of your favorite influences over the years? Who's influenced your writing and your performing?
I always tell people that I'm a cross between Robert Earl Keen and Bruce Springsteen, and Elvis a little bit. If you notice my legs moving around, and I love Robert Earl Keen because he doesn't take himself too seriously. He takes himself very seriously. So a lot of my songs are very lighthearted. They're very, kind of can be childish, and a lot of my songs are so very deep. The Springsteen is I love the gravel and the voice, and the entertainment, and the drive, and the passion for what he does, and the shows. And if you see his full band, which we're doing a big national tour in October, full band, it is a big show. I mean, we're moving around, we are energetic, the crowd is getting into it. So I always say, and people have already said this, I mean, from Kip Moore to Eric Church, everyone goes, we're the Bruce Springsteen of country music. There is no Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen is Bruce Springsteen. I took the mold and said, I'm going to do what he does. I'm going to do it in country music, and I want to move around. I want to get the really crowd energetic, and put on a show. Because if I'm going to go on a stage, I'm not going to look at my shoes. I'm not going to play. I want to make sure that every person here is having a good time, they're entertained, and they're into what I'm doing. Other than that, I'd rather go play the slot machines and hang out. What's the purpose of me being up here, you know? And so to answer your question, Megan, which is my sister's name, it's a very beautiful name.
And Megan saw the show last night.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
And you saw the show last night. I played acoustic with all full bands, and I had to get up there and entertain. I don't know if you saw that or not. I had to make something different. Something had to happen. And so to answer your question, it's a very much Robert O'Keefe meets Bruce Springsteen, and that's kind of where it's at. So,
cool.
Thank you for your question, though. That's awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
I want to move to the next album, one of my favorites. Kiss of a Liar came out, and one of my favorites off that, personally, is the Cricket song.
Yeah.
And, of course, when I saw it, it came out across the desk there at the radio station. I was like, the Cricket song. And you throw it in, and you're immediately mesmerized by that song. Now, that's just one song off the album. How was it putting this album together? We now move to album number 3 for you. You learned so much from the first 2. How was it putting this album together?
It was tough. I put it together. I was going to put it out, and then I got approached by a bigger Nashville label that wanted to put it out, and we did, and we partnered up, and it was a good learning experience because then I learned how the bigger Nashville, machine worked, and they put it out, and it did well. It made, I think, in the top 50 of country music, for the year, and it was cool. It was good. It was good to have a team up there and work, and I went independent after that. But yeah, it was great, and the songwriting got better. I got better. You just continue to grow.
Now, did you grow as a person as well? Because the album number 2, we were going through, problems with the breakup, not enough money coming in. You're trying to get album. You're trying to, have kind of a home area to grow. So did you grow a lot from album 2 to album 3?
Yes, in the middle of In a Minute or Two, I started dating someone new that was the love of my life. I fell in love with. And then at the end of Kiss of a Liar coming out, we broke up. And so writing Kiss of a Liar was more of a happier record because I was committed. And as a songwriter knows, then I went through that horrible breakup. And so the end of Kiss of a Liar were very deep and dark. And I'm still writing these dark songs because of my horrible breakup. And I miss her so much, yada, yada, yada. And it was just so hard. And so the best thing you can do, and even my manager and agents, and they all say, "Hey, when are you breaking up again? We need some more material."
Oh no!
Because I'll send them songs I'm writing. They're like, "This is all right, but are you kind of dating someone? Because we needed to fall apart again."
It's a happy song.
So it did. It was a transition for me. I was growing up. It was better music. It was better songwriting, and the Cricket song is still one of the most played songs by us to radio and Spotify and all that, and it's shaped my career and it's helped me grow and become bigger. So I love it. Yeah.
All right. By the way, for those listening on the radio, you go to richotoole.com.
richotoole.com. Yes.
All right. Let's go there. Well, if you would you play a couple of songs?
Yeah. Let's play the Cricket song.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Rich O'Toole.
Yeah, last night was warm and moist. In a dream I thought I heard your voice. I went outside and started to sing. The crickets were doing the very same thing. It's me and the crickets sing all night long. Me and the crickets sing the same dang song. A song of how love should be. A song of how you should be with me. Well, the crickets sing loud, but they sing good. Crickets sing like I wish I could. Well, I sing good, but the crickets sing best. Me and the crickets put the night to rest. Yeah, 'cause me and the crickets sing all night long. Me me and the crickets sing the same dang song. A song of how love should be. A song of how you should be with me. Y'all with me tonight, Gillies? Come on, make some noise out there, will you? Wonder if all the crickets know where love comes from and where love goes. Well, if they know, they're not saying a thing, 'cause all they do is sit here and sing. Yeah, 'cause me and the crickets sing all night long. Me and the crickets sang the same damn song. A song of how love should be. A song of how you should be with me. One more time now, come on. Yeah, 'cause me and the crickets sing all night long. Yeah, me and the crickets sing the same dang song. A song of how love should be. A song of how you should be with me. You know, I really think you should be with me. Ask Will and Barry and they'll agree. Thank you so much. Wow. You know, it's fun to entertain. I want to tell you my favorite joke. Can I tell you my favorite joke? Is that okay? And don't worry, this is
Yeah,
clean.
I'd love to hear it.
This is clean. So this guy's walking down the street and he sees a talking dog for sale for $10, and this old man's selling a talking dog. And so he goes up to the old man and he goes, "Why are you selling this dog for $10? And he goes, "It's a talking dog." And the dog starts talking. He's just yapping away. He goes, "Yeah, you know, when I was a puppy, the dog's talking. Yeah, when I was a puppy, I worked for George Bush, and he'd take me to Afghanistan, Iraq, and he'd leave me in the meeting, and I would leave, and he'd forget me, and he'd come back an hour later, and I would tell him what they said behind his back, and then, you know, I worked for Obama for a while, and with the Russians and all this, you know, all this airline stuff, and you know, all this, he's just going on and on and on. And he was like, you know, I'm an older dog now, so now I'm just, you know, I'm helping blind people cross the street, left, right, telling them all this stuff. So the guy looks at the old man and goes, "Why are you selling this talking dog for $10? The old man goes, "That dog's a liar. He's never done any of that."
That worked well with Kiss of a Liar.
That didn't get any response. Come on, that was a good joke. That was a good joke. All right. Back. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, I get it. Because it's a talking dog. All right, I shouldn't even. That wasn't good. That wasn't a good joke. So, anyways, back to Kiss of a Liar.
I liked it.
There's a couple songs on there. Some we won't play on the radio, but the ones we will play were great. There's a song that was a single for a while, and the title track is actually called "Kiss of a Liar," and it's a really great tune. I'll play it for y'all right now. Thank y'all for listening to my joke. I thought that was really funny, all right? Will, did you like it? Will, did you like it? No? All right. I've been telling that joke on tour for a while now. I love it so much. You're so used to having your way, people hanging on to every word you say. You know you got your number, you so well. But all that goes down in the spell, well, that pretty web you weave is spun on threads of gold. It's a tempting thing indeed, girl, but I know better now than to get too close. I'm holding up to know that all that glitters surely catch the eye. That dewdrops hanging on barbed wire. And I ain't gonna be the one, no, the next in line to fall victim to the kiss of a liar. You don't mean to, girl, ever hurt nobody, but the ones you cling to only end up sorry. You got so tangled, all up in your spell, that all that left of them now is just a shell. And that pretty web you weave, you know it's just spun on strands of gold. But it's a tempting thing indeed, girl. I know better now than to get too close. You know I'm old enough to know that all that glitter will surely catch these eyes. That dewdrops hanging on barbed wire. And I ain't gonna be the one, no, the next in line to fall victim to the kiss of a liar. I won't fall victim to it now. All that glitters, you know, it surely catches the eye. Like dewdrops hanging on barbed wire. And I ain't gonna be the one, no, the next in line to fall victim to the kiss of a liar. I won't fall victim to the kiss of a liar. I won't fall victim to the kiss of a liar.
Oh, man. Kind of interesting, by the way, you are listening to Live at Gilley's here on Continuous Country K95.5 here at Choctaw Casino and Resort in Durant. And of course, I want to thank our wonderful sponsor, Coors Light. Drink up, get you a waitress and get some more Coors Light. Just some wonderful. I'm drinking mine back on. I should have brought it up as a placement ad, but
I see it.
Mine's back on the table. So
I'm a witness. I'll verify
okay.
that.
All right, good. Yeah. Thanks, Rich. I appreciate that. I just had somebody on Facebook. I sent him text me a question, and somebody on Facebook says, "Now, Will and Barry, they go to NASCAR. Didn't Rich come to NASCAR and sing?"
I did.
See, and they said so.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I remember that. I love cars. I'm a car guy, and so I love cars going fast.
Jeff Gordon won today, by the way, at Indianapolis.
Jeff Gordon won today.
Jeff Gordon won today. He got to kiss the bricks.
He gets a bad rap.
He does.
People, Jeff Gordon, they like to hate on Gordon, you know.
Yeah.
Which shows you in life that people don't like successful people. You know, sometimes they're a little jealous.
That's right.
Yeah, NASCAR. Yeah, that's America. You know, for you, it's like, you know, we're doing a big European tour in December, And me and Josh Abbott and Roger Kreger and William Clark Green and Blue Edmondson, we're going to Ireland December 1st through the 8th.
Wow.
You can go too.
Yes.
You can go to it at reddirtpubcrawl.com. You can sign up and you can tour Ireland with us.
That'd be fun.
At reddirtpubcrawl.com. It's a great trip. You can tour Ireland with us. Me, Josh Abbott, Kreger, William Clark Green, Bart Crow, Blue Edmondson.
Will's been wanting to go to Ireland. There you go, Will.
For a week. It's cool, man. But I'll tell you what Ireland doesn't have is they don't have 600 horsepower going down the track for that. God dang, boy.
So Brandy, Will wants to go to Ireland. Remember that, okay.
But seriously, y'all should go to Ireland.
Yeah.
reddirtpubcrawl.com. It's cool.
Will's
It's a cool
been trying to
trip.
go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next album. The next album was a little bit different. You stepped out on a limb on this one, and Bright Work was something. But let me tell you, for loving the Cricket song and Kiss of a Liar, this one just went above that bar. You'd set that bar up there,
Yeah.
and Bright Work just went a little bit past that. How was it putting that one together? Because for you, it was a little bit different concept for what Rich O'Toole had done.
It was tough. I was going through again other life phases that my relationship fell apart again. Weird. It's never happened before. No, and I think that it was a step. I grow every year, and I'm very humble in the fact that I know I'm going to change. Every year I'm going to change. I'm going to learn a lesson from what I did last year, and every year you grow and you get thicker skin and you just get a callus on life. You know what to do, what not to do.
Right.
And so I started writing about stuff that I knew, again, growing up and doing great stuff. And I talked about in Bright Work was kind of a hint to what I'm writing about now, about cities. I talked about cities, and the new record I'm working on right now is about America. It's about California, Minnesota. It's about Chicago. And I've been hinting on that with the album that just came out, Jaded, and all that. So it's been really great, and there's really some really cool tunes on there. So I'll play you some. You want to hear something?
Will you play me a couple off Bright Work?
I will, yes. This is my favorite song. It's called I Love You. It's a really cool tune.
Yeah.
I know y'all played it, and I'm very thankful for William Berry because their morning show, A, is awesome. I told you that. I'm not
Thank you.
BSing
Thank
here.
you.
It really
Thank
is
you.
great. And B, y'all play songs y'all believe in. And thank y'all for believing in some of these songs. I really do appreciate it, Barry.
We loved it. We loved it. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Rich O'Toole.
Yeah, last night was warm and moist. In a dream I thought I heard your voice. I went outside. That's the Cricket song. Wow. Okay, there you go. This happens. It's the same key, so I'm just like...
It's my favorite. I don't care if you do it again. I love that song. But I love You's a good song.
I don't think it's ever happened to me before.
I love You's a good song too, though. It's Sunday. Rock the house.
Well, I like the Beatles. I like rock and roll. I'm so embarrassed. Bruce Springsteen saved my soul. I like Waffle House and hanging out in bars, holding your hand and staring at the stars. But one thing about me that rings so true, I like all that, but baby, I love you. Oh, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you burn mac and cheese in your pretty pink socks, the way you rub my back and tassel my hair, the way you look, girl, in your underwear. I like Dirks Bentley and how Lucinda sings. Bun B is the H-Town king. I like taco trucks and blacked out cars, drinking too much in them Shark Top bars. But one thing about me that rings so true, you know I like all that, but baby, I love you. Oh, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you burn mac and cheese in your pretty pink socks, the way you rub my back, girl, and tassel my hair, the way you look, girl, in your underwear. You know I like taquitos and Mexican food, and you know Will Payne, that's a cool-ass dude. I like taco trucks and flat-out cars, and drinking too much in them Paris, Texas bars. The one thing about me that rings so true, you know I like all that, but but baby, I love you. Oh, but one thing about me rings so true. I like all that, but baby, I love you. Me and the crickets sing all night long. All right, here's something to talk about, Barry. This is fun. Okay. As a musician, there are songs that are in the same key, and they're written in the same key, and that song is written exactly in the same key as the cricket song. So when I start playing it, a lot of times muscle memory, I'm like, me and the cricket singer. I like the Beatles. So you get in this strumming pattern, and you're like, okay, and your brain's like, oh, boom, oh, okay, we'll embarrass Rich live on radio. We'll send out the cricket song lyrics out over I Love You music. Awesome, thank you, brain.
Next time I'm gonna take both those songs, play them back to back, right beside each other.
If you play them with the Wizard of Oz, it lines up at this point. No, it's good for y'all to see that. It's actually really cool because it's music. It's live stuff,
That's right. Now, what was another one off Brightwork that you really liked?
I released a song called "Messin' Around," which is really great. If you watch the video, you'll be really entertained. I don't know if you watched it or not. I'll play that one. That's a really cool tune.
It is.
Here's a story y'all don't know for the radio. I didn't write this song. I don't release a lot of songs I don't write. I write all my own music. This song was written by Kerry Collins, the backup quarterback for the Titans and the Indianapolis Colts.
Wow.
He approached me and said, Rich, I have a song I wrote. Do you want to record it? I said, yeah. I was like, yeah. Because, the worst thing you can do is when you're friends with a celebrity is they're going to pitch you something and you can't say no because you want to hang out with them. You want to go to these cool after parties. It's really hard to say no.
Right.
So I gave him the old yeah, send it over. Yeah. Oh, this is not to end up well. I'm not to record it. We're going to not do well. I heard it. And I was like, this is a hit, man. I recorded it, released it on the radio. So actually, the Indianapolis Colts and the Titans, he played for both of them. This was their backup quarterback. He started, I think, 7 games out of 30. He wrote this song, and we released it. And I think y'all played it too. Kerry Collins wrote this. It's called "Messin' Around."
Awesome. Here you go, Rich O'Toole.
Hey baby, what you doing? Are you looking for a good time? Let's leave this city in the rearview. Yeah, let's take a ride. Girl, I'll pick you up in my old truck. Yeah, we'll blow this town. Let's get to getting to messing around. Well, we can drop a line in a honey hole, drop the tailgate down off an old dirt road. I pick a few songs on my Everphone while you sing along. Hey baby, how's that sound? Yeah, me and you were messing around. Oh, gotta make some noise out here. Come on, Durant, make some noise here. Come on now. Woo! Well, I'll take that little laugh in your voice as a maybe. How about wearing that thing you wore last week? Girl, you know it drove me crazy. If we leave out right now, we can make sundown. So let's get to getting to messing around. Well, we can drop a line in a honey hole, drop the tailgate down off an old dirt road. I pick a few songs on my Epiphone while you sing along. Hey baby, how's that sound? Just me and you messing around. We can drop a line off in a honey hole, drop the tailgate down off an old dirt road. I'll pick a few songs on my Epiphone while you sing along. Hey, baby, how's that sound? Yeah, baby, how's that sound? Just me and you messing around. Woo!
All right, I just had someone text me and they said, all right, since he brought up doing videos, how does he like to do videos? You like shooting videos?
I do. I started a film company in Houston about a year ago, and me and my buddy Ted have been doing videos. But our new Jaded music video comes out in August, and right now it's very cool. It's either doing a debut on VH1 or CMT. And I shot it with Odin Roberts, who's a really successful filmmaker in LA, and it's a really cool thing. I think that music videos are becoming to the point where everyone knows what's going to happen. So in music videos, you're like, okay, guy, girl, they break up, truck drives off in the video. You're like, oh, I could have saw that. So I think that now, when I'm shooting music videos, I want you to not know what's going on at all. That way you're like intrigued. You're like, okay, well, what's going on? Oh, he's in a hot air balloon? What's going on here? Well, why are we doing this? So I'm joking. But Barry, to answer your question, I think that it's keen to make a music video makes the song. It makes what the song's about. But also, the storyline has to be there, but in a very abstract way. Almost to a point where when you're watching like a horror film or like something where you're like a thriller where you're like, what's going to happen? What's going on? You're on the edge of your seat. That's how you should shoot music videos. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You're listening to Gillies Live here on Continuous Country, K95.5, KITX, Hugo, Paris. Appreciate you listening online, and we want to thank everybody that is here at Choctaw Casino and Resort. Durant, thank you very much for being here at Gillies Live. We were with Rich O'Toole. Now we move on to the next one, and they also text me, Barry, we're tired of you talking. We just want to hear Rich, so we're getting ready for a mini Rich, 30-minute concert.
That's right, there you go.
I want to do a little bit about Jaded. It's the brand new one. It just came out in June.
Yes.
Just came out, 2014. Doing very well. How was it going from patchwork? I just mentioned that a while ago. Going from to the one that you've got now. Did you learn a lot?
I did. It was supposed to be an EP, and I ended up recording 4 more songs I really liked, and it turned out to be a great record. It did really well. It made number 12 on iTunes and country music. It's still on the front page of iTunes right now, a month and a half later, as what iTunes is listening to, number 1. So iTunes sent out a thing that said, in our office, in our country music division, iTunes listens to this CD in their office, and it's still their number 1 played record.
Wow, that's awesome. Big round of applause, huh?
It's very cool. It debuted number 6 on Billboard in the Southwest with sales, so it's been taken off, and it's now we got to sign with Red Boot PR out of LA and Young Giant out of Pittsburgh, and we're doing a national tour, and it's really great. And hopefully, I'll get to play some late night television shows, and we'll do some big stuff with it. So it's really beautiful.
Cool. Now you just got through coming in once again from the West Coast, from California. Were you out there riding again recently?
I fly back tomorrow. I'm doing a West Coast tour with me and Josh Abbott. Is there any Josh Abbott fans here? Yeah.
Couple. We're quiet.
I was in his wedding, so I'm like, whatever. Me and him are doing. We started the Troubadour in L.A. We're doing Chico, California, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, and then Boise, Maine, August 6th through the 12th, and then the 15th I start an acoustic tour up to Minnesota, starting in Dodge City, Kansas. At the chicken wing eating contest, August 15th, and guess who's in the contest?
Are you in it?
I signed my own self up while I'm playing. So
awesome. Now, have you been testing out chicken wings?
I can wreck shop on chicken wings.
Will Payne's the same way.
There's no like how many can you eat. It's more like where do you stop where you don't hate yourself the next day. You know?
Right.
So yeah, we're doing some really cool stuff.
So you're going to be in the contest. That's awesome.
I'm going to be in it. I don't know how the show's gonna go, but I'll be in the
Now,
contest.
somebody, what they may not, you're a Houston boy.
Yeah.
Grew up in Houston. You have a house in Houston, but now you also are living in California
I
as
actually
well.
live in LA, yes. So when I'm off the road, I live in Los Angeles. And I used to be kind of scared to tell people that. I love it. I surf every day. I write. The weather's beautiful. I've lived in Texas for 29 years, and I love Texas. Just not saying anything negative about it. It's my home state. I represent H-Town to the end. I still own a loft down there. I go down there, and I stay with my parents, and I have a beautiful time. I'm in Texas 50% of the time. I'm in LA 50% of the time. But when I'm off the road, it's good to relax, and that's what I do. That's just straight up, and I'm very proud of it.
It also gets 110 in Houston in the summer, and it doesn't in LA.
In LA, it's 71. I know. Yeah.
All right, well, if you're ready, it's time for a mini concert. Ladies and gentlemen, here live at Gillies, this is Rich O'Toole. Yeah!
Well, how y'all doing, man? Y'all doing all right? We were young and now we're older. I'm tired of looking over my shoulder and seeing you in my rear view. The times were tough and things did change, and your daddy didn't like you taking my name, but it seems so honest how it ended right on cue. You're not the reason that I'm jaded. You're not the only girl I dated. And don't you get it complicated, girl, with you. Looking back, it seems so crazy that I ever called you baby. But don't you think that this world revolves around you? And I know that it's true. Saw our hair change like colors in the fall. On the day we decided to end it all, we let the whites and the grays turn us blue. And brick by brick you built up your wall, and that was the day we decided to fall. And there was nothing left in my soul when we were through. 'Cause you're not the reason that I'm jaded. You're not the only girl I've dated. And don't you get it complicated with you. And looking back, it seems so crazy that I ever called you baby. But don't you think this world revolves around you? And you know that it's true. And I still love you. It's harder every day just to rise above you. You make it so tough just to fall in love with anyone else again. Girl, 'cause you're the reason that I'm jaded. You're the reason it's complicated. I never should have dated someone like you. And looking back, it seems so crazy that I ever called you baby. But don't you think this song was written about you? And you know that it's true. It's the title track off the new CD, Jaded. I'll tell you a cool little story. This is gonna happen. These two lovely ladies came to my show last night, and we have sold out of JD. I ordered 2,000 CDs, and we sold out in the first week of physical copies. I have no CDs to sell y'all. I didn't think we were going to sell this many copies of the record. All right. I have one CD that I got. My copy is in my rent-a-car out here because I flew in here. I have it, and I promised her that if she came to the show tonight, I'll give you my copy out of my rent-a-car. And so when the show's done, I'm gonna go to rent-a-car. I'm gonna get you my first original number 101 copy of Jaded out of my rent-a-car for you, and you can take it home with you. Thank you for coming out here tonight. All right. I wrote this song as I notice people are boo and go, oh, yeah, right, buddy. I have a hard time dating. I can't get a girlfriend to save my life. I don't know what's going on, man. And I'm a pretty good-looking, decent dude. You know what I mean? Like, I got a little success and I can put it together. I don't know why. I've been on some horrible dates in LA. I can't date in LA. I've been trying to date some actresses and models. It's horrible. And so I'm not even good on Match.com. I don't even know what's going on. I need to date a good Oklahoma, Texas girl. Which needs to happen. I just need to date someone here and be done with it. So I wrote this song about my horrible dating experiences in LA. You can put it in your back jean pocket or take a pic of it and put it in your locket. You can bounce it like a basketball or just sit there and throw it up against the wall. If you want to, I don't care, girl. You can take my heart nearly anywhere. Just be nice to it and call it sometimes and take it out for breakfast late at night. Oh, so come on, take my heart. Do what you want with it. Put it in your pocket. You couldn't even flaunt it, baby. Come on, take my heart. You could take it downtown and you could pull it out, girl. You could show it all around, yeah. Come on, take my heart. My heart is yours for the taking, just like a piece of bacon on Sunday afternoon. It's already been broke a couple times. It's a real fixer-upper, you know, I hope you don't mind. If you want to, I don't care, girl. You can take my heart nearly anywhere. Just be nice to it, call it sometimes, and take it out, baby. You know, to drink some wine, and please be kind. Oh, so come on, take my heart. Do what you want with it. Put it in your pocket. You can even flaunt it, baby. Come on, take my heart. You can take it downtown and you can pull it out, girl. You can show it all around, yeah. Come on, take my heart, yeah. Woo. So come on, take my heart. Do what you want with it. Put it in your pocket. You can even flaunt it, baby. Come on, take my heart. You can take it downtown and you can pull it out, girl. You can show it all around, yeah. Come on, take my heart. Do what you want with it. Put it in your pocket, girl. You can even pawn it, baby. Come on, take my heart. You can take it downtown and you can pull it out, girl. You can show it all around, yeah. Come on, take my heart. Oh, now, girl, so come on, take my heart, yeah. So come on, take my heart. That's a fun song. That's a fun song. Are y'all doing all right? Do y'all have any questions or anything? I know Barry has the mic and stuff. If y'all want to ask me anything or any
I think we do.
questions or anything y'all have, I'd love to answer.
Somebody wanted to know why you moved to Los Angeles and not Nashville. And when did you move to LA?
I moved to LA last June, and I had a break. I wanted to get off the road for about 2 months to write for the new record, Jaded. And the reason I didn't move to Nashville is, as you can tell, I'm a little bit different. I don't write about beer. I don't write about, you know, I have a song called Drunk Girl. I get it. There's a couple songs.
Pickup trucks.
I don't write about back roads and stuff. You know, I love the country and I love farming. And my mom was a state championship barrel racer. She was. I grew up around horses and all that. I write about real life, and I write about love and tradition and great stuff. And a lot of people in Nashville do too, but right now, I can't be in Nashville because what people are writing about right now is about, you know, back roads and beer and Fireball and all that, which I do. I just don't write about it. I don't think I'd fit in too much there. I love Nashville, and I go there twice a month to write sometimes with friends of mine, and it's not it's a great city, and I love it so much. I'm not digging on it. It's actually a really great place. I felt that I'm a little more rock and roll, and LA was kind of a little more fit and home for me, So
Better fit, definitely.
yeah, and don't hate on it. There's a whole thing that I don't like it. There's a thing called Texas country, which I'm in. There's a thing called red dirt that I'm in. There's things called Nashville country that I'm in. There's a thing called California country. I'm in all four of those. I love Texas country. I love red dirt in my soul. And my career started with Pat Green and Robert Earl Keen and opening for them. Don't ever hate on any music. There's some songs in country music that talk about Fireball that I turn up. I love it.
Well, when you go back, you think of Buck Owens and the Bakersfield
Exactly.
sound,
I think that people, if I could say one thing, just don't hate on any music. These guys that they're playing, even the guys that are singing about Nashville, and even the Nashville stuff you may really hate, and you love Aaron Watson, and you love Pat Green and Texas Country's Die Hard, and you want to hate on Nashville, or you want to go on Twitter. At the end of the day, these guys have families, they have kids, they're doing something they think is right. There's no reason to ever say negative about anything. And so, country music's country music. Everyone has their own flavor. When you go to the grocery store, I don't walk in the grocery store and go, "Oh, really? They're carrying the Borden's milk again? I hate Borden's milk." Blah, blah, blah,
That's right.
You don't do that, right? You just go in and pick up the milk you like, and you go pick up the potato chips you like. And music's just like a supermarket. Just go pick up the stuff you like. You don't need to walk in and tell everyone. People would think you were crazy if you walked into a supermarket and every person that walked in, if you had a hatred for lettuce, and you were like, people walked in and were like, hey, real quick, come here. They're selling lettuce over there. Don't get it. I'll tell you why. It's horrible. It tastes horrible. Yada, yada, yada. People would think you're nuts. They would escort you out, right? But in music, you can do it all day long. You can stop someone and go, oh, you like so-and-so out of Nashville? Blah, blah, blah. Listen, man, they're putting out a product that they think is good. We live in America, which is a fair trade market. We were allowed to sell whatever we want because people died for our freedom. You can sell whatever you want. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to like it. And that's why I moved to LA. Was just a better fit. Sorry, I went off on this whole scheme.
No problem.
But we're American, and we're in a free trade economy. You can put out whatever music you want, and if people don't like it, whatever. People don't like Rich O'Toole music. People think I'm too rock and roll for this thing. Cool with me, bro. Don't buy it. But I'm still going to show up in your supermarket, and you can still pick it up on the shelf, and you can take it home with you.
That's right. Very nice. 2%, half and half, right?
That's right, 2%.
That's from Will.
So I'll play you, I guess I got time for one more?
Sure. No? 15 minutes? Oh, we have 30 minutes.
30 minutes. I'll play some more songs then.
Hello. Yeah, we're going till 5, so.
Oh, we got
plenty of time, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So we can dig in deep, whatever you want to get into.
There you go. Do y'all have any questions or anything else, or y'all want to ask anything, or take the mic?
Take the mic, let me know. We can do it. Got them on Twitter as well, so.
There we go. This will be our, I think I was talking to Tammy Will, and this will be our next single. It's a song I wrote with Hank Cochran's wife. It's all of Hank Cochran's song lyrics in one, and it's a really, really great song. It's called Uncle Hank, so. Well, set 'em up, Joe, and make the world go away. This ain't my first rodeo, just yesterday's heartbreak. Well, I used to say that she'll be back, but love makes a fool of us all. 'Cause she's still in town and I'm a long way from home. Is it raining at your house? 'Cause your tomorrow never comes. You know I'd fight the world if I had any sense of it all. So help me, Uncle Hank, because you're stronger than me. Am I falling to pieces on oceanfront property? I'm a wandering man looking for a way to survive. Make it short, make it sweet, make it rhyme. So steer me right in the wrong direction. Now I'm back to being me. She's got a funny way of laughing. You know, I loved you more than you need, so don't play 11, 'cause I ain't gonna move from the chair. Hey, Uncle Hank, are you there? Well, help me, Uncle Hank, because you're stronger than me. Am I falling to pieces on oceanfront property? I'm a wandering man, still looking for a place to survive. Make it short, make it sweet, make it rhyme. So help me, Uncle Hank, because you're stronger than me. Am I falling to pieces on oceanfront property? I'm a wandering man, still looking for a place to survive. Make it short, make it sweet, make it help me, Uncle Hank, because you're stronger than me. Am I falling to pieces on oceanfront property? I'm a wandering man, still looking for a place to survive. Yeah, make it short, make it sweet, make it rhyme.
All right.
That's our next single on country radio. I really hope y'all enjoy it.
I like that. I like that. Got a question for you. What's your name?
What's up, boss?
My name is Seth Hamilton. Bear with me, my nose is all stopped up.
Me too, man. It's all right.
My question got stolen earlier about the Texas-California thing. I was going to ask you which was your favorite, but we've already gone through that. So my next question would be, Kenny Chesney has Keg in the Closet.
Right.
And I know you're in a fraternity, so what is your song that you wrote for your group of guys?
When I was a KA at Texas A&M, and our founder was Robert E. Lee. And I was going to get kicked out of the fraternity because I threw a secret party at the fraternity house. And then they said, well, you got it. They knew I played guitar and I was a songwriter. So they said, you're either out, and I think they were just BSing with me, you know. You're either out or you got to write us a song in 24 hours and turn it in and play it at our chapter meeting or you're in trouble. So I wrote this song for Robert E. Lee, and it's called I Wish I Was Best Friends with Robert E. Lee. I'll play it for you. Right now.
I mean, I've heard it 100 times. It's
Yeah,
one of my favorite songs. I was
that's
just
it.
wondering if that or Credit Tap Road, that's a new one.
The new one, yeah. I've used to party at Credit Tap Road, and it's a street in College Station that I grew up on, and we had so much fun time. For instance, the guy that owned the house, he's a songwriter. His name's Brett Crenshaw. I lived there part-time, and I would just go over there and party. His dad bought it his freshman year and sold it his senior year for less. It should have gone up in value, but the guy that bought it said, this thing is in such worse condition, we can't even offer you the same price.
Well, it happens. It's
We had a
college.
lot of fun, you know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for answering the question.
Anything else, man? What else you want to know? I'm an open book. Come on, you got me for another 25 minutes.
So you got a house in L.A. after the Chive moves to Texas.
I know, right?
Have you been by the headquarters yet?
I have been, and I went there before they moved to Texas,
Okay.
and now their office is actually they're like there's a sister company with them. They live in the new one, and I go up there and have beers with them.
Okay.
And I was so upset when they moved to Austin, and they moved to Austin halfway when I was in LA because I love the Chive. So
Well, of
obviously
course.
you love the Chive, right?
Yeah,
There you go.
obviously.
Yeah. So I know a couple of the guys there, and I would do one by the office when I was, I'd go down there and hang out. So good stuff. This guy's awesome. Give a round of applause to this guy. Yeah.
Very nice.
I'll play you Critic Tap Road off the new record. How about that? Paint was chipping off the walls, my feet sticking to the floors. There was holes in the cabinet, holding every single door. A dozen broken blinds, beat up leather couch. Everything, it never worked out. If the lights were on, it wouldn't be long until we had the party jumping again. Between the drinking games and the walk of shames, it was a place for all my friends. You know, it came and went, but I never forget. You know, a place I once called home. Down on Koenig Tap Road. Paint was dripping off the walls, my feet sticking to the floors. You know, the oven didn't make it, neither did the kitchen chair. Late nights on the back porch, I was too drunk and proud. You had to call it a night when the cops said to keep it down. If the lights were on, it wouldn't mean long until we had the party jumping again. Between the drinking games and the walk of shames, it was a place for all my friends. You know, it came and went, no, I'll never forget. You know, a place I once called home. Down on Koenig Tap Road. If the lights were on, it wouldn't be long until we had the party jumping again. Between the drinking games and the walk of shames, it was a place for all my friends. You know, it came and went, no, I'll never forget. You know, a place I once called home. Down on Koenig Tap. Oh, down on Koenig Tap. Down on Koenig Tap Road.
All right, you are listening once again to Gillies Live here on Continuous Country K95.5. We are here. I'm actually behind the camera here at Choctaw Casino and Resort. We've got Rich O'Toole on stage. Want to invite you next weekend, of course. But Rich, you're getting ready for a huge concert coming up. You're flying out tomorrow back to LA. Do you have you got some shows coming up next week as well?
Yes, sir. We're going to start in L.A., to Portland, Seattle, and Boise, and we're doing a West Coast tour with Josh, so we're just going there to prepare for that. Right. So.
Somebody also texted me, when are you coming back to Texas to do some more?
September, I'll be doing 4 dates in Texas, and then in October, in the national tour, we'll do, I think, 7 full band dates in Texas and 2 in Oklahoma.
Awesome.
So.
Well, somebody wanted to know, with a full band, of course, you got more company. You can play jokes off people so they'll laugh.
Yeah, well.
Or acoustic. Which do you prefer?
They're both 2 different animals. I love full band because I can put on a show. It's entertaining. I can rock out. There's only so much I can do with this thing, you know, and that's why I tell some jokes and I get real personal. It's 2 different animals. It's morning and night. You know, it's like, what do you prefer, breakfast or dinner? You're like, well, I love steak, but I love bacon and eggs too. So, you know, you pick.
Well, I like the stripped down model because this is how when you write a song,
right.
This is how it starts.
And I think a lot of times acoustic, you can tell when they're not practiced, they're not good. Acoustic, when it's just me and my voice and my guitar, it can kind of show an audience like, all right, this guy knows kind of what he's doing, you know? Versus a full band, I mean, I can get up with a full band on a bad night and be like, no one's going to know any different, you know? Right. So.
Now, sometimes.
Sorry, that's the truth.
He loved it. Something else I love about you, though, and this was from the time I saw you for the very first time live at the TRR festival that we had.
Yeah.
Is you show passion when you sing, and there are some artists, of course, do that. There's some not, but I can feel, because I'm listening to you sing, and I can feel that passion, and then I can also see it in your face, the passion that's coming out of you as well. So
It's true. I don't do this for the money at all, honestly. I'd make more money if I would just quit and become a real estate agent or something. I do this because I had to get these songs out. I'm an artist. This is art. I have a lot of pain and suffering in my soul, and I got to write and get it out to people. So yeah, it's passion. I mean, it's not about any of that. It's about showing up and delivering your art.
Right.
I'm
kind of all over the place on questions here. Writing. Whenever you are writing, what comes first to you? Does the melody come first? The words come first?
Always the melody. And it's weird. It always happens either in the shower or when I'm walking to lunch. I don't know. Like in the shower, I'll be singing a new tune, whoa, that's not a real song. I'm like, oh, right. that's a cool song.
Right.
I'm like, so it's always in the shower or I'm walking to lunch.
So I take it you're going to get the new or the new phone that's out that's shower-proof, right?
Yeah, I should get
so
that.
you can
right?
write in there.
Yeah.
Now, lots of times you see movies and so forth of the artist that's sitting there right before they go on. They're writing, scribbling out on a napkin. Have you ever done that in a bar? Set it in the bar?
Of course. Well, not with the iPhone. I do memos. And the other day, this melody came to me, and I had this hit song, and I was walking down the beach on my iPhone, and this girl's passing me, and all she sees is me. With my iPhone turned on, it's singing into it, going, "I'm an American kid, you know what I mean?" Right. And she's like, "Okay," and it's probably her first time in LA, going, "Yeah, there really are weirdos out there," you know what I mean?
And she had 23 tattoos,
exactly.
400 pierced ears, and purple, pink, and green hair. Will you do some more?
Of course. This is a song. I haven't played this one yet. This is probably our biggest hit. It's called "Drunk Girl."
Rich O'Toole.
Met her down on South Padre, not before the last day of spring break. A red sarong and a ring on her chain, around her neck I never got a name. Whoa, come listen to the band play, waving those beer-filled Dixie cups at my drunk girl. I never had so much fun, oh girl. Tequila breath, peppermint schnapps, sex on the beach, doing body shots. I can't recall much of that trip, and I forget how she run my world, and I sure do miss my drunk girl. Well, there was Sherry and David on Louie's dance floor. A couple of them girls said, "Look at that. Her skirt's too tight and her top's too low. Every boy in that place got a pretty good show." Well, whoa, come listen to the band play, and I'll be waving those beer-filled Dixie cups with my drunk girl. I never had so much fun, oh girl. 'Cause it's tequila breath, peppermint schnapps, sex on the beach, doing body shots. I can't recall much of that trip. I never forget how she rocked my world, and I sure do miss my drunk girl. This is where it gets good right here. The sky faded and the leaves fell too. I heard going back to school. I never liked science, so I bought a guitar. Ain't it funny how guitar rhymes with bar? Oh, come listen to my band play, and I'll be waving those beer-filled Dixie cups with my drunk I never had so much fun, oh girl. Tequila breath, peppermint schnapps, sex on the beach, doing mighty shots. I can't recall much of that trip, and I forget how she run my world, and I sure do miss my drunk girl. I sure do miss my drunk girl. You know, I sure do miss my Durant, Oklahoma girl. Shameless plug, insert there, yeah. Drunk girl. Just having fun with y'all. Make some noise. Come on, guys. How y'all doing, man?
Rich O'Toole.
Y'all aren't tired of me yet?
Well, believe it or not, they said 30 more minutes. Did you believe that? They want encore.
That's all right.
I've got one for you.
All
We were talking a while ago while you were singing that one. It seems, I mean, whenever you do a song, I mean, you could almost sing, even if you don't know the song, you can sing along with it. I mean,
Right.
you kind of know where you're going with the song, what you're going to rhyme with it. I mean, even if you're not familiar with the song, you're like, man, I like that. I like how this goes. So we were talking earlier about you kind of maybe mean right the first night, then the next morning you kind of come back.
Right.
So is that where you're going? Do you tend to rhyme after? Do you when you're writing that night before? You've got the gist of it.
Barry, songs write themselves, and we're just a person that puts the puzzle together.
Right.
The puzzle's there, the song's there, and there's songs that didn't make it because no one put the puzzle together. So, yeah, songs come together. You know exactly where I was going with that. You know exactly when I said, isn't it funny how guitar rhymes with bar? You know how many times on Twitter someone bashes me like, oh yeah, good lyrics, man, huh? I'm like, huh. All the way to the bank, bro. Yeah. So,
actually, I didn't even think of it.
It's a limerick. All this is poetry. It's fun, right. Bar poetry. This has been happening in Ireland and in Italy for years. In the 1100s, people show up and they rhyme words. And they cheers and they rhyme words, and then that turned into songs, and that's all it is. I'm just singing you some poetry.
Right.
So you kind of you know where it's going. Yeah.
All right. Now you also talk about surfing.
Yeah.
You can't do that in Nashville, so I can tend to see why you chose L.A.
Yeah, that's very true.
Ever written a song on the surfboard while you were coming in?
Probably. I'll tell you a true story. 2 weeks ago, when that guy got bit by the great white, I was in that exact same spot 2 hours before he got bit by that great white shark. So now I'm kind of off the bike, need to get back on the bike mentality right now. I'm kind of scared. It was a fluke. What happened was this guy, he caught a shark, 100 yards that way. He reeled it in. Shark caught loose, so,
And you
it was scary.
Wrong place. Yeah,
I
bet it was.
It was scary.
Very scary. Even the small ones are scary. Hello.
Yeah.
So nothing you've written about that yet?
No, not yet. The Summertime Girls, that was written on
Great song.
in Galveston. So I'll play that one.
Listen, why not? It's
Let's do it.
summertime. It's
Summertime.
hot outside,
Yeah.
but it's nice and cool inside here at Choctaw Casino. Live at Gillies. We're with Rich O'Toole.
Live at Gillies. Well, summertime girls getting it hot. Drinking beer in the parking lot, waiting for the ski boat to pick us up and to give us a whirl. Sweet tan lines and legs that don't stop, passing out those shiner box and looking so good in bikini and pearls. There's something about those summertime girls. You could pick me up in your brand new Jeep. We're making out in the backseat. You whisper in my ear, let's take it slow. turn it up, Cody Johnson on the radio. Summertime girls getting it hot, drinking beer in the parking lot, waiting for the ski boat to pick us up and give us a whirl. Sweet tan lines and legs that don't stop. We're passing out those shiner box and looking so good in bikini and pearls. You know there's something about them summertime girls. You could call some friends, maybe 2 or 3. My buddy Will Payne's got a brand new jet ski, and I'll pick us up on the lakeside dock, you know. Hey girl, won't you pass me a shiner box? Summertime girls getting it hot, drinking beer in the parking lot, looking for the ski boat to pick us up and give us a whirl. Well, sweet tan lines and legs that don't stop. We're passing out Sherry's Jello shots and looking so good in bikini and pearls. You know there's something about the summertime girl. The night is young, it's out on the water. I got that liquid courage of just to kiss her. There you go, man. Summertime girls getting it hot. We're drinking beer in the parking lot, waiting for the pontoon boat to pick us up and give us a whirl. Sweet tan lines and legs that don't stop. I'm passing out those Jello shots and looking so good in bikini and pearls, you know. And there's something about the summertime girl. They're getting it hot. We're drinking beer in the parking lot, waiting for the ski boat to pick us up and give us a whirl. Well, sweet tan lines and legs that don't stop. Passing out those Jello shots and looking so good in bikini and pearls. There's something about those K95.5 girls. Holla now.
Rich O'Toole! Thank you very much. We are listening to Gillies Live here on Continuous Country, K95.5. Go until 5 o'clock. Got about 20 minutes. Appreciate you being here. RichO'Toole.com, of course, is where
Yes.
you can find everything. You're also active on Twitter and Facebook. Tell us a little bit about that for us.
Yes, I love Twitter. I'm very real. I do not disclose anything. I'm a very, very real person on Twitter. I love tacos. I love all kinds of stuff. And so I talk about some interesting things. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You have a time of your life. I promise you.
And where can they find you? On Twitter and Facebook.
At Rich O'Toole and Instagram at Rich O'Toole on Instagram. And then Facebook is Rich O'Toole Music. And if you follow me, I write you back. I talk to you on Twitter. I really do. Thank you. So I really do.
And of course, if they want to purchase the music, definitely do that.
Go to
Where can they
iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, anywhere the music is sold digitally, you can get it. Best Buy and Hastings has some music, but you know what? It's sad that physical records aren't. You can buy it on your phone. Everything's digitally right now. So get online and buy the music.
You can do it, but if you have to have that physical copy, I'm still an old school guy. I like the physical
You gotta have
copy.
that something to hold on to, you know.
Yeah, because the first thing I do, and I know I'm not alone on this, is open it up, and before I even listen to it, I'm looking at the liner notes. I'm looking to say, I want to know who wrote the songs. I want to know who that. Is there somebody that you enjoy writing with whenever you're writing music?
Trent Sumner. There's a lot of good guys that I've written with. Right now, I have a little writing team. Me and Evan Gamble and this girl named Steph I love. Stephanie Lynn. She's beautiful. We all three write together now, and we write once a week, and so we're writing for the next record. And I like writing myself, but for the stuff that I want to detach myself with, I include others. So,
is there somebody that if you really wanted to write with, is there somebody that you would really like to do it with?
Bruce Springsteen. Bruce
There you go.
Springsteen. Me
There
and
you go.
Springsteen. Come on, I got to write with him one time.
Yeah.
It will never happen, but I got to make that happen.
Would it be
Never say never. That's right.
Would it be a summer song? Would it be a winter song? What type of song do you think it would be?
If I had to write with Springsteen, it would be a down and dirty, deep song, man. Something like the river, you know.
Right.
Take me down to the river.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever done? I know you have, but have you ever done Springsteen song?
Of course. On Bright Work, the record you love, I recorded Dancing in the Dark.
Yes, you did.
Let's play that one.
Let's do
Is that
it.
what you're getting at?
Yeah,
You're a pretty good interviewer, Barry. This is like Barbara Walters over here, man.
We're on the same
It
way.
gets you here, and then it gets you here. All right, I'll play Dance in the Dark, Barry. You are so... Don't buy a car from this guy. Seriously. Wow. Choctaw, go play blackjack, Barry. What are you doing here? Jeez. In the evening, but I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed, I'm feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. Girl, I'm just tired, I'm bored with myself. Hey there, baby, I could use just a little help, and you can't start a fire. Can't start a fire without a spark, and this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. I get up in the evening, oh, but I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed, I'm just feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. Girl, you know I'm just tired and bored with myself. Hey there, baby, I could use just a little helping. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Sit around, I get older. Here's a joke, kiss a white girl, it's on me. I shake this world off my shoulder. Come on, baby, the laugh's on me. And I stay on the streets of Paris, Texas, you know. Oh, I'll be carving you up all night. They say you gotta stay hungry rich. But hey, mama, you know I'm just about starving tonight. I'm not for some action. I'm just sitting around here trying to write this book. I need some girly action. Hey, mama, how about just one look and you can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark, and this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark, you can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark, and this gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. That's my favorite Bruce Springsteen song. I'll tell you a little story about that song if you want to hear it. If you got,
Yes,
if you got
yes, sure. We got it.
So when I first contracted Bruce, there's a law firm that does all this stuff, and the law firm goes, we do all of Bruce's songs, and I would tell you to mail the check here, but I can't. Because there's only one song that Bruce requires you to write the check to him personally, and that's Dancing in the Dark. So every month I write a check out, and it doesn't say Thunder Road LLC or some name. It says Bruce Springsteen, and it goes right in his checking account.
Really?
Yeah, it really does. And I don't know why he does it that way, but it's a reminder, I guess, and it's kind of cool. And the check is written to Bruce Springsteen on the check.
So you get to write that check.
And I have an accountant that writes it. That's the only check that I write.
All right. So that's a good trivia question for later, isn't it?
That's a good question. It's the only check I write.
Yeah.
On the memo, please. That's right.
Now, when somebody comes to see you live and you got the full band,
Yeah.
is there one song that you guys really, I mean, you as a band, you go, man, I can't wait in the playlist till this song comes up because I'm really going to jam and really basically kick butt and have a good time with
No,
it?
Barry, this is a good question. I'm not proud of my generation. My generation is very ADD. They're on their phone. They don't pay attention. They don't appreciate a good song. They care about what's fast and what's hip and what's hitting hard and what's going. And if this song can help them land a chick, if this song is going to help them take more shots. And I love my generation. I'm mixed up in that too, and I'm guilty of it too, Barry. People don't pay attention enough in live music. And that's why sometimes my set is dictated through our ADD generation where it shouldn't be. I should have a song where it's like slow and fast and slow and fast, and it should be brilliant, but I don't. I dumb it down a little bit, and most of my set is 90% my fast, quick, hidden songs to make sure people are paying attention. Because when I play a club or a casino, the owner wants to see people dancing and jiving and stuff like that. So really, to answer your question, it depends on where I'm at. It depends on what's happening around me. Now, if this is a crowd that's really listening and they're dark and they're genuine fans, then I'll drop the set and do some really dark and deep, low, gritty songs that people are about. Now, it's 90 kids on iPhones, like blah, 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 blah. They're going to get the hits and they're going to get some fast tunes. Yeah, so.
Right. Well, that's the one thing that I see. I see more and more people with the iPhone.
Right.
And it's funny because you'll play a song and you see all these ladies out here having a good time, and then you've got the guy over here, he's over texting or doing something, and I see the woman go over and ask him to come out and dance, and he says, no, I'm busy, and so she goes back out with her girlfriends.
Right.
To me, it's the death of iPhone or phones.
Can you imagine the 80s when you were going out, Barry? With, full mustache. You were in like one of those Garth Brooks blazers. I can imagine you in the 80s. When you didn't have a phone, your entertainment was girls. Your entertainment was the band.
Right.
Now when you go see a band, the band is secondary. So that's where it's hard. It's almost like it'd be fun if you could put your cell phone in a basket at the front and then you get it when you leave,
Turn in your coats, turn in your knives, turn in your
cell phones.
Enjoy
the band.
Everything else. Always lots of fun. So what's the song you guys love to do as a band?
As a band, I love playing Glory Days by Springsteen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
That's fun,
Glory Days! Now, you've always got to also have a song at the end. Got to have the closer.
Well, the closer is not really radio friendly, so we can't play it here today, Barry. But
can the ladies tell me what that song is? They can.
It's always a closer, and it's always great. And here's the deal: people forget. I did this. I said this on Twitter 2 years ago. I don't have a boss. I have employees who work for me. My boss is radio and fans. Whatever radio wants, I have to do because y'all really are in charge of artists. Y'all play. I won't have a career if it wasn't for radio. I might as well go work at McDonald's. Right. And if the fans don't show up, I can't pay rent. So my boss is the fans and radio. Right. So really, whatever they want to hear, and whatever doesn't happen, we're hired to do that. And we are art, but at the end of the day, like, hey, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to do this one day. I want to be serious about it. So my boss is radio and fans. And that's who I,
Right.
that's who I look up to.
Right.
What do they want to do? Whatever they want to hear, I talk to them. I make sure they're happy because they pay my rent.
Right.
You know.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. You guys having a good time? Of course, we want to say a big thank you to Coors Light. Want to thank them, and also Changchang Casino here in Durant. Want to thank them very much for helping to host the show. Yep, everybody's showing me their Coors Light, so I'm glad for that. You are listening to Gillies Live here at Continuous Country K95.5. Got about 10 minutes, 9 minutes it says here to go. You want to finish it?
Yeah, you want to do like one song or
I think we can get two, and then
two?
we're done.
Let's do two, and then
you
can tell everyone goodbye.
We'll do it.
All right.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. Rich O'Toole!
This is our current single on the radio, and Will and Barry added it, and they've been playing it for the past couple weeks, and I'm very blessed that that's happened. This is called Too Good to Call. I get it, I probably wasn't the best boyfriend you could have had. But I gave 100%, I was even friends with your dad. We went our separate ways, promised to be friends. But that was over a year ago, I haven't heard from you again. Yeah, were you really too good to call? Did you really give up at all? Sitting there making me feel all alone. You did it again. We all know you ain't in love with your new boyfriend. Yeah, whatever the heck his name is. Sitting there lying to all your friends. Girl says it all. You were really too good to call. You sit on your high horse, girl, when I call you up at night. You never took my calls or texts, baby, yeah, that's right. I saw you out the other night, you acted like you didn't know who I was. But guess what? Karma is the B word, it's gonna bite you in the butt, yeah. Were you really too good to call? Did you really give it at all? Sitting there making me feel all alone. You did it again. We all know you ain't in love with your new boyfriend. Yeah, whatever the heck his name is. Sitting there lying to all your friends. Girl says it all. You were really too good to call. Listen, I get it, I know you were really hurt, but it doesn't give you the right. Oh, mama, you know I was hurt too, but I was raised to be polite. There's no reason to act this way, you know we are still friends. But if that's the way you roll, we'll probably never be friends again. Yeah, were you really too good to call? Did you really give up at all? Sitting there making me feel all alone. You did it again. We all know you ain't in love with your new boyfriend. Yeah, whatever the heck his name is. Sitting there lying to all your friends. Girl says it all. You were really too good to call. Too good to call. Were you really too good to call? Did you really give up at all? Sitting there making me feel all alone. You know you did it again. We all know you ain't in love with your new boyfriend. Yeah, whatever the heck his name is, sitting there lying to all your friends, says it all. You were really too good to call. Well, I saw you sashaying around. I wanna pick you up, wanna take you downtown. Let my lips turn you upside down. I'm singing, yeah, 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 yeah. We've been flirting for some time, and I'm tired of all those pickup lines. Just slide that big booty right next to mine. I'm singing, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, 'cause I ain't Romeo and you ain't Juliet. I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick, and you got me humming like a turbo jet. I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick. Come on, Durant, Oklahoma, I wanna hear you now. Come on, we gotta get. I know we've been flirting for some time, and I'm tired of all those pickup lines. Just slide those pretty red lips next to mine. I'm singing, yeah, 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 yeah. We can do this all day, but the way you drinking that Chardonnay, I just wanna come over and tell you to stay. I'm singing, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, 'cause I ain't Romeo and you ain't Juliet. I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick, and you got me humming like a turbo jet. I'm singing, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, 'cause I ain't Romeo, you ain't Juliet. I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick, and you got me humming. I ain't even forget. I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick. This might take just a little while. Oh, give me a minute or two, little girl, and oh, I'm gonna make you smile. Well, 'cause I ain't Romeo and you ain't Juliet. I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick, and you got me humming like a turbo jet. You know, I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick. Well, I ain't Romeo and you ain't Juliet. I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick, and you got me humming like a turbo jet, singing, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, 'cause I ain't Romeo and you ain't Juliet. I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick, and you got me humming like a turbo jet, and you know I just wanna taste the red wine on your lipstick. Ooh. Come on. Thanks, guys.
Rich O'Toole. Rich, thank you very much. We appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you so much, Barry. Thank you so much for having me.
One more time, big round of applause for Rich O'Toole. Thank you very much for being here for Gillies Live. Next week, we'll be back here doing the same thing, 3 to 5. Curtis Grimes will be our special guest next Sunday from 3 to 5. Hope you're here. Want to thank our wonderful folks here at Choctaw Casino and Resort. Also want to thank our sponsor, Coors Light. Drink up some more Coors Light. Grab a bartender. They'll help you out. Want to thank them as well. And thank you very much for listening to Gillies Live here on Continuous Country K95.5.